Okay, so paint me the picture. You're living in Colorado 40, 50 years,
Right.
and then you decide it's time to move to Idaho. Why?
Well, because of the oxygen issues and the changing politics. They're passing a lot of really stupid laws, all kinds of laws.
Today we're talking with Charles and Bridget Stoyer, who decided after 50 years of living in Colorado, it was time to get moved to North Idaho. Charles and Bridget both experienced lung damage after contracting COVID back in 2022, which made it really difficult to live in higher elevations. But that wasn't the only reason they decided to move here.
Changing politics. We have a bunch of buildings that we rent out with apartments in them, and it's just becoming more challenging. So
Charles and Bridget had built up a rental income business over those 50 years, and they watched as the Colorado government changed the laws that would punish landlords and make it much more difficult to maintain that income. In our interview, we discussed the major challenges they face getting moved to Idaho, some of the big differences between Colorado and Idaho when it comes to firearms and landlord and tenant laws, as well as some of the things that caught them off guard that they were not expecting once they got moved to Idaho. My name is Trent Grandstaff, and on this channel, we talk about what it's really like living, eating, working, playing, and buying real estate here in Idaho. We help people just like you who are watching these videos and are trying to decide if Idaho is the right place for them to live. So if this is you, reach out at the phone number or email address listed below, or scan this QR code to schedule a time to talk with me and my team and get all the questions you have about what it's really like living here in Idaho answered. I'll see you in the video.
So you guys are coming from Colorado. What part of Colorado did you move from?
our main residence now is in Grand Lake.
Okay, so paint me the picture. You're living in Colorado 40, 50 years,
Right.
and then you decide it's time to move to Idaho. Why?
Well, because of the oxygen issues and the changing politics. They're passing a lot of really stupid laws, all kinds of laws. They passed a gun law that if you want to buy a semi-automatic firearm, you have to go through all this training and get permission from the sheriff or the police and all this stuff. And then if you want to buy another one, you have to do it again. If I could use the word Californicating, Colorado, and to a lot of people.
Just to bring some clarification about what Charles is talking about between the differences of gun laws when it comes to Idaho and Colorado. Colorado has some pretty strict gun laws compared to Idaho. In Colorado, concealed carry requires a permit and training. In Idaho, we have constitutional carry, so anybody 18 or older who's allowed to have a firearm is also allowed to conceal it. Colorado has a 3-day waiting period for all firearm purchases, where in Idaho, there is no waiting period. You have a 15-round limit in Colorado, where in Idaho there is no limit on magazine size. Colorado is going to ban the sale of mini semi-automatic rifles starting in 2026, while in Idaho there is no restrictions on rifle or pistol types. Whether you're buying from a dealer or a private party, you're required to do a background check, where those only exist if you buy from a licensed dealer here in Idaho. There's no red flag laws here in Idaho, where they do exist in Colorado, and cities can make stricter rules in Colorado where that is not allowed here in Idaho. Every town and city has to go off of the state law. In Colorado, you're limited to your home for the Make My Day law, where in Idaho, you have full stand your ground protection anywhere you're legally present. And when it comes to landlord and tenant laws, here are the major differences between Colorado and Idaho. Now, instead of reading through each one of these individually, you can hit the pause button right here and you can read through these. Overview is, it's much harder to be a landlord in Colorado now than it is in Idaho. They've given tenants a lot more rights, and it's basically rights over your property, which for a lot of people, it doesn't make sense. But go ahead and read through these if this matters to you. Let's get back to the video.
How many trips did you make to Idaho before you decided it was time to move here?
One
trip? Mm-hmm. And what was your goal on that trip when you came?
Well, our goal was to check the place out and see what was going on. And so we came up, and it was you were the one. It was watching your YouTube videos helped a lot too.
Yes.
So we made one trip. We looked around. We said, yeah, this will work. We bought a townhome because we thought it was going to take us like a year or more to figure out where we wanted to land.
Right.
This came up. this came up and we looked at it. Well, this is a nice property, but we went to the bar downtown in Spirit Lake a couple of times, and people were friendly. We met some nice, friendly people, and the church, she goes to St. Joe's, which is just up the road, and a lot of nice, friendly people there. We just met a lot of nice, friendly people, and this just felt right.
So this is a question for you, Bridget.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beautiful places in North Idaho. Why'd you pick Spirit Lake?
Well, part of it's to do with the fact that where we live down there, it used to be called Spirit Lake. Grand Lake was.
The Indians called Grand Lake Spirit Lake.
Oh, really?
Because they had, they sent a lot of the women and the children out on the pontoon when they were about to be attacked by another tribe. And unfortunately, they were swept up and they all drowned. So they called, when the dew comes up in the morning, they say that's the spirit of the women and the children who drowned. But the lakes up here are just phenomenal, really, compared to what we call Grand Lake. It's not grand at all compared to here.
Grand Lake is the largest natural lake that's in Colorado.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it's smaller than Spirit Lake?
A lot smaller than Spirit
Lake.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And just a quick note for those people who are not familiar with North Idaho and the lakes that we have up here, I did some research on Grand Lake in Colorado, and it's about 450 acres. To contrast that with Spirit Lake, we have 1,500 acres on Spirit Lake, and that's actually one of the smaller lakes here in North Idaho. We have Hayden Lake, that's about 3,800 acres. We have Priest Lake, that's 26,000 acres. Lake Coeur d'Alene is 32,000 acres, and Lake Pend Oreille is 94,000 acres. And there's dozens of more lakes around here. I don't have time to list all of them, but those are the major ones. So if you like fishing, if you like being out on the water, you really can't beat North Idaho.
So what were some of the hesitations of getting moved to Idaho? Did you have any hesitations before you made the decision?
A place where you don't know anybody was a little bit austere.
I didn't really have any hesitations. I knew that I didn't want to drag oxygen hoses around for the rest of my life.
No.
We could have stayed in Colorado and moved to lower elevations, but now you're in the burbs.
Yeah.
And I've had it with the burbs. I'm not going back in time.
Yeah. So moving to Idaho, what are you leaving behind to make the move here?
We're leaving a lot of friends that we've met.
We have a lot of
years.
friends down there. We were very active in the community. I was involved with the trail grooming. I was the president of Grand Lake Trail Grooming for 5 years. Coeur d'Alene has over 1,000 miles of groom trail. So it's a little different scale, but
Quick note about what Charles said back there about the 1,000 miles of groomed trails. He's right. So not only do you have 5 really good ski resorts within an hour of Spirit Lake, but you also have 1,000 miles of groomed trails that go all throughout the mountains of North Idaho. So whether you're into snow biking or snowmobiling, you have all day to go play and powder throughout the winter.
What's been the biggest challenge of getting moved to Idaho? Because you guys are still in the midst of it.
We are.
getting rid of the stuff.
Yeah.
Too much stuff. You know, I tell people if we had a house and 2 cars, we would have been gone. So basically the basic challenge was you can't move a 4,000 square foot house and a 5,000 square foot house into a 2,500 square foot house.
No, doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Has there been anything that's caught you off guard since getting moved to Idaho that you weren't expecting?
I don't think so.
Not really. I mean, not in a negative way. There's some things I find unusual. They have Ace Hardware stores in the supermarkets.
Yeah.
Dogs in bars.
Dogs and bars?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't do that in Colorado.
No?
Unless it's a service dog. The 2 things I don't like is the winters appear to be gloomy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, a lot more sunshine in Colorado.
Colorado is a lot more sunshine, but and then expecting more insects.
Huh?
I was expecting a sort of a more moist climate and maybe more buggy. I didn't find any bugs. And one of the other things that attracted me was the map. When you look at the election map,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any blue up here.
Mm. Very little.
Yeah.
You have to get a microscope
Yeah.
to get in. It's down.
Well, no, I
See.
even looked at it by precinct. There was a map I saw by precinct, and you had to go to Moscow
Yeah.
to get a blue spot.
And it's like the college towns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
There might be a link there.
might be. And the people I've met, they're very nice, and sometimes you throw things out and see what comes back, and then nothing bad comes back. So
Yeah.
In fact, it's the first time we've been somewhere and people had paid for our drinks. We didn't even...
yeah, we had 2 people buy our drinks.
2 different places and 2 different people.
Oh, wow. How are you feeling about your decision to move to Idaho now that you're here?
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I think we made the right decision. It was a big decision to make, but in view of our health, we had to do it. And both of us were affected. It's not like we can pick on one of us or the other and blame the other. We both have the problem, so we have to
Made it
move.
easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't like, honest to God, walking around with that oxygen thing. And it was irritating me behind the ears, you know, when you have the little mobile pack.
Yeah. How would you describe Spirit Lake to somebody who's never been here?
We really haven't gotten to know the town. It seems like it's 2,500 people, but I don't know where they all live.
We haven't
And I don't know what bar they go to because they don't go to ours.
a lot of people go to the church we go to.
But we've met a lot of nice people.
Yes.
And I'm sure we'll meet them again, and we'll meet more nice people.
So just a quick note about what Charles is saying about Spirit Lake. Yes, there are about 2,000 to 2,500 people that live there. And when you drive through town, you will see some subdivisions, you'll see schools, some local businesses and restaurants, and the downtown looks like something out of an old Western. But locally, Spirit Lake is known as the town that people move to get away from everybody. There are many 5, 10, and 20 acre parcels out here, and unless you drive down their very long driveways, you would never know that there was a house in there because they're surrounded by woods.
Last question. If someone was considering moving to Idaho and is on the fence, what would you say to them?
Come and see it and try.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Well, I talked to them about what do you want. You know, it's not for everybody. Why do you want to move to Idaho? Well, you want this, that, and the other thing. Well, they don't have that. Or, yeah, that's a good, they have that. You should come here. It depends. It's an individual thing. What do you want? Some people don't want 4 seasons. I want 4 seasons, you know? So people tell me, we get snow here. It's like, where is it?
And the people have been very friendly.
Yeah.
And twice we've been in situations where the people have insisted on paying for our drinks. So it was just very friendly.
Charles and Bridget, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate you doing this video with me.
Yeah.
What Charles said back there about North Idaho not being the right fit for everybody, so you need to come visit before you decide moving here, he's absolutely right. North Idaho is a very unique place with its own set of unique challenges. So if you are serious about getting moved here, reach out at the phone number or email address listed below, or scan this QR code to schedule a time to talk with me and my team. We can come up with a custom list of areas that would be a good fit for you based on your own individual needs and wants. And I will be coming out with more videos just like this, where I interview folks from Prescott, Arizona, some folks from California, and one lady who moved here from Boise who had been down there for 12 years and finally decided North Idaho would be a better fit. She's gonna help us understand the differences between Boise and North Idaho. So make sure you subscribe and click the bell so that when I come out with these videos, you don't miss them. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.